How do sports generate indirect economic multipliers for local economies? Imagine the buzz in a city during a big game. Fans are not just there to cheer. They are part of a chain reaction that boosts the local economy in ways you might not see right away. When people buy tickets, they spend money on food, drinks, and souvenirs. That initial spending is called direct effects. But the story doesn't stop there. The money spent at the game flows into nearby restaurants, hotels, and shops, helping those businesses grow. This is where indirect effects come into play. Local restaurants buy more ingredients from nearby farms or food suppliers. Hotels hire extra staff or buy more supplies to handle the influx of visitors. These businesses then spend their earnings on other local services, like cleaning or maintenance. When employees of these businesses spend their wages on groceries, entertainment, or transportation, that's called induced effects. All these layers of spending create a ripple effect, known as an economic multiplier. This multiplier means that $1 spent on sports can generate several dollars in total economic activity in the area. But how much of that money stays in the community depends on how local the spending is. If a large part of the money goes to national chains or residents who live outside the city, then less money stays locally. For example, if a star athlete lives in another state and spends their salary elsewhere, that money doesn't boost the local economy. Conversely, if local businesses and residents are the main spenders, the multiplier effect is much stronger. Sports teams and leagues often highlight these effects to justify building new stadiums or hosting big events. They argue that these activities bring in visitors, support local jobs, and increase media exposure. Sponsors also see value in associating with teams that drive local spending because it helps their brand connect with the community. When a big event happens, local businesses like restaurants and retail stores often see a surge in customers, which can last 4 days or even weeks. Athlete salaries play a mixed role. High salaries can attract fans and media attention, which boosts sales of tickets and merchandise. But if athletes live outside the city and spend their earnings elsewhere, the local economic benefit is less. Still, star athletes can help fill stadiums and attract media coverage, indirectly supporting local businesses that cater to fans. However, some studies suggest that the actual economic impact of sports is often smaller than claimed. Sometimes, sports spending replaces other local entertainment rather than creating new activity. Public money spent on stadiums is sometimes justified by promises of economic growth, but the real benefits can be limited if much of the money leaves the area. Cities might gain visibility and pride, but the financial return on investment is not always as high as expected. Understanding how sports generate these indirect economic effects helps us see both the potential benefits and the limits. It shows why local supply chains and resident spending are key to maximizing the impact. For sponsors and city planners, knowing these dynamics helps make smarter choices about investments and partnerships. While sports can bring a boost to local businesses and jobs, the true benefit depends on how much of the money stays within the community.